The unseen picture of the Afghan war, now public after one of the biggest security breaches in history. The US Army's secret war diary, 6 years and 90,000 entries, written by the soldiers fighting it.
It covers each civilian kill, each military kill that has been internally reported, where it happened and when it happened. It is the most comprehensive history of a war to have ever been published during the course of a war.
Somewhere in the world in the last 6 months, someone accessed a military computer network and copied its secret contents. That's the claim of WikiLeaks, an anti-secrecy website. The information is now on the internet, 200,000 pages, mostly classified secret. It's the raw details of America's war in Afghanistan. There's information about what appears to be assassinations, the death of civilians, and foreign support for the Taliban. But it'll take months, perhaps years, to assess it all. Most of the documents are reports filed by US units in the field. They record the location, troop activities, and a summary of each mission or battle. For example, in June 2007, a Special Forces unit, Task Force 373, attempted to kill or capture a senior Al-Qaeda commander. The leaked report, classified secret, reports that the operation left 7 children dead. Stored in a database, reports like this give commanders information they need at their fingertips. But using a computer network to share these secrets is a weakness that made this leak possible. The information released amounts to 200,000 pages. That's about 80 of these boxes full. But it can all be reduced to a single file you could store on a cheap memory stick like this. The documents cover the period 2004 to the end of 2009. They detail more than 20,000 deaths, military and civilian. Unnoticed events are revealed, like a Special Forces raid in October 2007 that left several civilians dead and wounded, including women and children. WikiLeaks claims the material also reveals bad decisions on the part of soldiers that lead to civilian casualties.
Troops are out in a field, walking along, they see some unexploded ordnance, just a shell just sitting there. They could leave it alone, they could call in a bomb disposal unit, for whatever reason, probably because they're bored, they decide to call in airstrike. Bomb comes in, overshoots, hits a village, 17 people off to hospital.
Other incidents show a failure to accurately record civilian deaths, like this incident in Azizabad, when according to the UN, up to 90 civilians were killed. But the initial field report makes no mention of any civilian deaths. It only refers to 30 insurgents killed in action. Intelligence reports are also included. There are numerous allegations that Pakistan's intelligence service, the ISI, is supporting insurgents. One reports that a Pakistani spy was planning to assassinate President Karzai. Of course, much of this is raw intelligence, reflecting sometimes rumours rather than truth. The material is secret, not top secret, and doesn't routinely contain the most sensitive information, like the identity of sources. Where the names of informers do appear, WikiLeaks say it has cut them out to avoid them being killed by the Taliban. Julian Assange calls it harm minimization, but it's a form of censorship.
Now, because it is really effectively impossible for us to notify some of these Afghanis in their villages about this material, it looks like we will have to do a redaction of some of it.
Is that new for you? I mean, you're effectively doing a bit of censorship yourself.
Yeah, that would be new for us. But remember, we're an organisation focused on justice.
But the White House is angry. It told the New York Times,
WikiLeaks made no effort to contact the United States government about these documents, which may contain information that endanger the lives of Americans, our partners, and local populations who cooperate with us.
Where, though, will all this lead, and how far will his group go? Locations of weapons?
Absolutely.
Nuclear launch codes?
Well, we'd have to go through a harm minimisation process.
A pretty big harm on that.
Yeah, well, after the launch codes have been changed, I mean, then we publish this, and that would reveal that the process about securing these things was a problem.
The person responsible for the big breach is still unknown, but Private First Class Bradley Manning is now said to have confessed to passing more than 260,000 documents to WikiLeaks. If he's the one, then that implies there's much more to be released. Stephen Gray for Channel 4 News.